ChrisPCKilby, your Pampered Chef lady. We are going to make some mini apple pies tonight. So this is our mini pie pan. What's nice is it comes with the cutters so that you have the right piece to cut the dough. So let me go ahead and pull these out because we're going to use them here in a second. But I'm also going to use our pastry mat. And if you don't have one and you are a baker, these are pretty phenomenal. It not only has your different sizes of your rounds, but you've got your other measurement markings on the side, and it's a nice big surface. So we're going to start out with our pre-done pie crust. Makes life a little bit easier. If you don't have to work hard, you don't have the time, it's okay. So I'm just going to use the flour sugar shaker, old style, new style. So after almost 23 years, I got some of all styles. Let's see if I can get this to unroll. It's always the exciting part of this. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep on rolling. There we go. Now, we're going to cut. The first thing I'm actually going to do, though, before I do any cutting, is I'm going to take and roll this pie crust out a little bit because I've got some weird edges. And it doesn't need to be super thick, but I want to make it a little bit easier to use. Now, make sure I'm cutting. I'm going to cut the big circles first because that's going to be the bottom of our pie crust. So as you're watching, think about it. What would you put in your pies? What are the ingredients that you would want? Would you want cherry? Do you want pumpkin? Do you want pecan? So many different variations that you can make. And I'm just kind of helping it down into the well. It doesn't have to be anything beautiful or perfect. I just kind of set them down in there. Now, if you're OCD, you go ahead. You can make all the edges match. I don't really do that.
Yeah, you can't really see that.
Once it bakes, nobody's going to know the difference. All right. So now we're going to cut off this other one. And repeat. So put a little bit of flour down. The flour helps it from sticking to the mat. It makes it a little bit easier to move it around. You don't want to over flour something because when you do that, sometimes it makes your dough not taste quite as good. So just a little bit of dusting won't hurt it though. All right. I gotta cut two more big ones. So as I bring it back here, you'll see all I've done is I'm gonna take this little guy and I sort of place it so it fills in the well. And then I'm gonna do something really tough. Now I gotta cut 4 smalls. Now, I know you're looking going, there's no way she's going to get enough of those. And that's really okay. Because I can put this dough back together and re-roll it out. Oh, so close. So that I can make the other ones that I need. And I can cheat a little bit right here because it's really close. I know. Unconventional. Those pure bakers out there are having a heart attack right now. But when somebody else is eating it, they're going to never know you did this. So now I got 4. I need 2 more. So let me wad this up. Kind of re-knead it a little bit there. A little more flour. Now, how many of you guys like to bake? Who are my bakers out there? Because everybody will say, oh, I don't like to cook, but they like to bake. It's different types of cooking. Usually when you talk about cooking, you're talking more about putting the food on the table, bigger type recipes. When you bake, it's more of chemistry, and you do have to have your quantities in the right order. If you don't do the right amounts, then you kind of have this flat, tasteless, awful dessert. Might look good, but Looks aren't everything when it comes to your sweets. Alright? Food's a little bit easier when you're making, you know, a stew or a pot or a stir-fry type of meal. You can change up some of your quantities and it doesn't change the consistency of the meal that you're making. Alright, so now I have 6 little circles here. They're going to be my tops. Now, what I'm going to do, and if you have the bigger mix and chop, it's black. This is a little small one that we sold a while back. I'm going to take and just push it